Today I decided to make just an everyday wreath. I'm using a 12-inch wreath base. I picked mine up from the Dollar General, but they do have them on Amazon. I'm going to be using this sign. Hold on, let me get it out. I'm going to be using this sign, Enjoy the Ride. This sign is available in my shop, a 9x7 sign. I'll have my shop linked below. I'm going to be using, I think this is a snowflake mesh. I will have the item numbers for you in the description. Also, this is snow drift or cotton drift mesh, the pink. My pieces of mesh are cut to 25 inches. So this is going to be a very full wreath on here. My choice of ribbons today are the pink bicycle ribbon that has the like robin eggs blue. This color, I just love it. These will be one set of ribbons. And then I'm using the floral ribbon that I have here and the regular pink 1.5. All my ribbons were purchased at Craft Outlet. I think I'll do the ruffle. Changed my mind. I'm going to do the ruffle today. So I fold it under. That's how I like to start my ruffle. And just walk my fingers up to the other end. Till I created this ruffle. Now I'm going to start placing them in on the outside. Making sure that it's tight. Now I'm going to alternate every other one. This aqua color with the pink. I just love this mesh. It's so pretty. I just like to scrunch it up to me. Okay, we made another beautiful ruffle. And this is really going to be a full wreath. Okay, now we're moving on to turquoise. I love a full wreath. Right now, a lot of people are having trouble finding wreath bases. They tell us that they're sitting on ships that cannot port. I want to make sure that my ruffles the same on both sides as far as them sticking out from the pipe cleaner. Okay, and then I just kind of fan this around. You want your ruffles standing up against each other. Standing up pretty. Okay. Now the lines on this mesh kind of help you stay in the center. Put this one down in here. And back to pink. Again, this is a 12-inch wreath base. My mesh is cut to 25 inches. My ribbons are cut to 12 inches. Okay, I'm complete putting the ruffles on the outside, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, I'm done with the outer ring. This is going to be super full. It's so pretty. Now I'm going to stand my pipe cleaners up again, like I said. Okay, now for the inside. Move these back out of my way a bit. We'll start with the pink. If you just kind of find one line in the center and keep your eye on it, make sure you're going straight up the middle. And then place it down in there and tighten it up. You want to make it, you know, you don't have to have white knuckles trying to get it tight, but you want to make sure that your mesh isn't going to fall out. Sometimes I do use a wood burner, but only if it's a certain kind of mesh. Usually I only use a wood burner if I am working with poly burlap, which I work a lot with. I make flowers wreaths. You can check those out also in my Etsy store below. I've got just about every single color for the spring season, spring and summer. I have a few patriotic ones. Actual sunflowers that look like the American flag. Okay, orange pink. Tuck that edge under. Find a line in your center. You know, not all mesh is going to have a line in the center, but if you practice long enough, you'll learn to stay in the middle. Okay, we have 3 pieces of mesh left. I'm going to finish the inside and then I'll be back. Okay, you guys, we finished the wreath base. It is beautiful, very full. Trying to make sure my pipe cleaners are sticking up. I've already put 1 set of ribbons in. Again, my ribbons are cut to 12 inches. I have the bicycle ribbon with the robin's egg blue. Very pretty. All my bicycles are facing the same way with every set of ribbons. I made sure that my bicycles are all exactly the same. So we don't necessarily have to worry about that with this ribbon because, you know, it's floral. It doesn't necessarily go one way. And then, of course, the pink doesn't. So I'm going to use the pink next. I fold them in half. I put it down on my table. Now, you can do this in your hand, too. I just find it easier to put it down on the table. I scrunch it up. Put my ribbon in. Again, I do not put ribbon in every single pipe cleaner because I love the mesh. I think this mesh is so pretty, and I don't want it all covered up with ribbon. Our next set of ribbons will be the bicycle ones. Again, making sure that my bicycles are all going the same way because you want the wreath to be pleasing to the eye. And if everything seems to flow in one direction, it just looks nicer. There's no places that are broken up. Now, I like for my ribbons to be kind of like a birdie, but when I put them on my wreath, I like to pull them out towards me. Now, I haven't got to the middle of this one yet, so I don't know if my ribbons are going to be in the X shape or if they're going to be coming straight out. One of the main reasons I haven't cut them off is because I don't know what other embellishments I'm going to add, if any, but I may. I was thinking about adding some tubing. We'll just have to see when we get to that point. Now, when I'm making a wreath this small, I like to put my bow and my sign on before, you know, automatically starting to attach the ribbons. Because I don't want my ribbons sticking out like they're being strangled and gasping for air. That's how I think of it. I like for my ribbons to flow freely. So what I'm going to do is take the sign. Now I use these cable mounts for my signs. I've never had an issue with them. They've never fallen off. I do not use hot glue on these. I use E6000. Okay, so let's get the back of it done. I just take these, put pipe cleaner through it, and twist it on. Twist it onto itself. Okay, this is the last one that we need to put on here. Alright guys, I have this little handy dandy needle. It's a yarn needle. You can get this at any store that sells craft supplies, that sells yarn. Okay, you guys, I am going to do sign on top, the bow on the bottom. So here's how I do it. I just take the pipe cleaner, put it in my needle. I don't want to fight with mesh going, trying to find it down in there. And I just pull it straight through the mesh and out the bottom. And it's in. That way I'm not, futzing around, trying to go around mesh, through mesh, everything else. Because this mesh is thick. And I like doing it this way because your sign has something substantial to sit up on. Alright, the sign's already on. Okay, straighten that up. Straighten my sign up. I still haven't added my ribbons to the top of the wreath. Like I said, I liked for my ribbons and my mesh to flow freely and not be smashed. Earlier, I don't have any of my ribbons on this top. I've only got them on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and start with the bicycle ribbon. And now, if I add embellishments to this or greenery or florals, I want to make sure that my pipe cleaner is somewhat, long. I don't cut it all the way down because embellishments are going to stick better to the pipe cleaner than they ever will the mesh or the ribbons. Alright guys, I've gotten all the way around with my ribbon on the outside. Okay, I could fluff the bow for days on end. So, okay, like I said, I could fluff for hours. This would be a very pretty Mother's Day wreath. I'm going to be making another wreath for Mother's Day using only one roll of mesh. For the tails, what I do is I only cut my tail on an angle. Or maybe I'll dovetail these. Yeah, I'm going to try to dovetail them first. Because I'm going to be curling them, so I just take it, fold it in half, both of the wires right there. On the fold, cut a downward angle, and you end up with a dovetail. Okay, now I'm going to fluff or curl my ribbons, the small ones only. So I just spiral them up, pull it down so it makes a little curl like that. A little spiral curl. And do it this one. Now this one. In the description box below, let me know if you would curl the tails or not. Also, let me know if you would have done anything different with the wreath. As far as the way I set up the pipe cleaners. If you liked the fullness of the wreath. Please check out my sign in my Etsy store. Along with this wreath. It will be available as well. And this is one of the wreaths I can probably make many of. Now usually when I'm adding embellishments to my wreaths, I like doing sets of 3 or 5. That's just more pleasing to the eye. But when I'm adding greenery, I don't necessarily follow that rule. I just sporadically put it on. See, we're not going to need much more. Just that right there. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. See if I can get some in the camera. So you got just that little bit sticking out here and there. It just adds another bit of texture. See, I have one down here. So let me see where this one should go. I think I'm going to put one right here. And I have to put one right here. Now, I don't want to put that one there because these two are already next to each other. And I may not even need to add this one. Could add it to the outside. Yeah, I think I will. I'll add it to this outside piece. I'm going to take this outside and take a picture of it so you all can see every bit of it. I'll be adding a picture of it onto the end of this video. But if you haven't yet, would you please like and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you'll know when I put out new content or when I'm going live. I really appreciate you guys joining me, and let me know what you would have done different to this wreath, if anything, or if you think the florals look nice in it, or if you would have skipped them. Now I can cut down the pipe cleaners that are remaining. Let me hold it up for a second. I'm going to put one right down here. Right here needs one. But I'm going to cut the pipe cleaner off and leave a little stub of it sticking up. So this greenery and flowers will have something to latch onto. This one's already cut, so this will be the last one that I use. And not because it's already cut, just because I don't really think it needs any more. I don't want to overdo it. I love them in there, but just a bit here and there is really all we need. Or you could even skip the florals. I just think they add another dimension of beauty. Well, let me see now. Alright, that's all the florals I'm going to add. Just a little bit, peeking out here and there. Not a lot. Our bow is a focal point as well. And our sign. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Please let me know what you would have done differently to this wreath. And if you would like notifications of when I upload a video or I go live, please ring the bell, the notification bell, so that you will get alerted. Thanks you all for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye-bye.